What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome back for another live edition of a Midfield Mindset Grand Prix watch along. Today, we are in Saudi Arabia for the 2023 F1 Grand Prix. And obviously, the big talk of the weekend was Max Verstappen not finishing that qualifying yesterday. Starts in the back, but let's not be surprised if they are in the formation lap. So make sure everything sounds good. Yep, and it does. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Appreciate everybody tuned in. Second ever midfield mindset watch along. I'm excited for this one. Checo Perez at the start. Let's see what the Mexican driver can do. He'll be leading the pack from that pole position. So see him here on camera. But let me know in the chat below. Let me see. How do I start a poll? Get your guys' thoughts on who wins this race. Who do you believe wins? To everybody tuned in, I do appreciate it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as I will be going live for every single Grand Prix this year. Eventually, once our studio here in Vegas is ready, eventually I'll be live for the qualifiers as well. Qualifying race. So definitely looking forward to that. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you get notified each and every time we go live. But let's see, who do you believe wins in Saudi? Okay, in a little bit. So Max is on a medium tire to start the race. So see if the medium can last him a bit longer. Only require him to stop one time. The greediest, yo, Ringwalk, what up? What up? Bob Saget says, I never watched this, but I'm gonna try one time for my boy. I appreciate it. So it is available to all my boxing guys who are tuned in with me. This is available. I'm gonna pull it up just to confirm, but I think it should be on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. So I am checking for that as the back of the field finishes lining up here. ESPN Plus. Logan Sargent, the American, in the very back, and it's lights out. We're underway. And Fernando trying to take that lead, and he does. Motherfucker. Fernando Alonso takes the lead in the turn one over Checo Perez. Oh, man. So it's Fernando, the oldest driver right now, 41 years old, at the very front of the pack. Let's see what Max Verstappen can do. Yo, the greediest, I appreciate you rocking out, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting race, a long race. I think Max might make a comeback. I'm predicting at least a podium for Max. Wow. And it looks like Lance Stroll. Wow. Looks like, yeah, Lance Stroll just passed up Carlos Sainz, so he's into fourth. So great start for Aston Martin today. And I'm making this poll to get your guys' opinion on who wins today. So the poll is out. So go ahead and vote, voice your opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you believe wins in Saudi today? Let me know in the chat below. What just happened? So Verstappen, he's up into 13th right now. Piastri's in the pit lane. And another rough start for McLaren and a penalty for Fernando Alonso. Let's see what it is. 5 seconds. FIA just came down. 5-second penalty next time he's in the pit lane for incorrect starting location. So obviously that's gonna hurt Fernando Alonso, who is at the start of the pack. 5-second penalty, like I said, as he had an illegal starting formation. So appreciate everybody rocking out with me, man. What a race. Lap 2. This is a 50 lap race. 50 lap race. Let me see. I am pulling up just to confirm where this is available. If you don't have F1 TV, it is available for all my ESPN guys. So I'm just pulling that up. One man show. Shout out to um my good friend holding it down for me in Philly. Shout out to Naya for sure, cause even though she's not on the show doing a lot of social media things and stuff for me on the back end, so I am trying to get this information for everybody interested and looking to watch the race along with me. So this race on is available on ESPN, so regular ESPN and ESPN Plus. So head on over ESPN and ESPN Plus to watch along with me. We are in the third lap. Fernando now gaining more than a full second advantage on Checo Perez. So shout out to Fernando Alonso doing this thing, man. We got George Russell up into third, Lance Stroll holding on strong to that fourth place, Carlos Sainz in fifth, Max up into 13th, so he's moved up 2 positions already. So I'm looking at everybody's tires. The McLarens are the only drivers. Nope, I'm lying. So we got McLaren, both drivers on hard tires. Logan Sargent on hard tires, and so is Lewis Hamilton in 7th place. And Checo looking to overtake Fernando, and he does. Oh shit! And he locked up, motherfucker. Let's see. So Checo's is back into first. Fernando Alonso into second. But let's see if Checo can hold on to this lead. Let's not forget it was what, the first turn when Fernando overtook Checo, and here we see the replay of the illegal formation. So or illegal starting position, I'm sorry. So I'm trying to kind of see. Seems like I don't know, man. It seemed like he was cool. They might be on some bullshit with Fernando, but the FIA that is, but we'll see. See what the chat's saying. So the greediest believes Lewis is going to make a charge later once the tires fall off, man. Hopefully, man. Obviously, hasn't been the greatest as of late for Lewis, and he needs something to get that momentum going. If you ask me, so I don't know. We shall see. Damn, is it just me? Is anybody else on F1 TV having some glitch issues? Fuck. But make sure to smash that like button if you are tuned in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Truly. Make sure you are subscribed. This is only gonna get better and better. I recently fell in love with Formula One and I've just wanted to put that energy into something positive. So here we are. Watching. This is only my third ever full like live Grand Prix that I'm watching. Abu Dhabi last year. Up to before Abu Dhabi, I had only seen highlights and clips, nothing such as a full race. So here we are. And Max Verstappen up into 11th place already, 5 laps in, and he's moved up 4 places. Um, Charles Leclerc, who obviously had the penalty as well, and it was a 10 position penalty to start the race. He has moved up 3 positions. He is into 9th place. So I'm trying to get this shit. Hold on. Trying to get this shit to quiet the here we go. Boom. All right. I apologize to everybody. Excuse me for the dead audio, but I am trying to do a million things at once. So bear with me. We are rocking out. I have all my screens needed pulled up, so shouldn't have no issues. No boom. All right, beautiful. 7 laps in so far. Let's see, can Lewis Hamilton Checo Perez with the fastest lap of the race thus far. And Charles Leclerc moves up yet another spot into 8th, right behind Lewis Hamilton in 7th. Can Lewis Hamilton move up himself? Can he hold off Charles Leclerc? We will see. Charles is off to a good start thus far. Pierre Gasly in 9th behind Charles. So the greediest believes that after Imola, Lewis is going to be challenging Max. What race of the year? Let me pull up. What race of the year? Let me pull that up because I want to see if it'll be too late at that point. Because Max ain't looking like he losing no time soon. Yeah, bro, that's not till what, May? It's not till May. I don't know, man. We gonna see. Obviously, it's a long season. It is a long season, but Lewis Hamilton on the screen right now, trying to hold off Charles Leclerc behind him. And now Checo with another fastest lap of the race. I don't know that Max wins this. I do believe he'll get a podium, though. I don't know that he necessarily wins, but I do believe, I think he gets a podium. And if I'm being quite frank, Mercedes early in the season, second race, granted, but they don't seem to have the sharpest car in the pack. They have a good car though. Can they? So Lewis Hamilton being looked at for weaving on the main straight to start the race. So we'll see what the FIA decides on that. FIA with a lot of rules, man. Let me tell you, as a new F1 fan, okay. So you're saying they changing the whole car in a couple races? Okay. I was saying, as a new F1 fan, man, I remember I was gonna say last week, but the first race of the year, bro. I'm like, fuck. There were so many penalties. Okay, they're working with Aston Martin. Yeah, Aston Martin got a good car, man. I'm impressed with Aston Martin. And now Charles Leclerc into seventh, overtaking Lewis Hamilton 9 laps in. So Charles Leclerc off to a good start. So it looks like the FIA have what the fuck's a black and white flag? Somebody let me know. Freddie C. Claudio, what up, champ? Yo, Ringwalk, what's goody, man? Rocking out with everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Second race of the year, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. About 20% through the race right now, 9 laps in. So, oof. Lance Stroll trying to fight off Carlos Sainz behind him. Carlos Sainz on that ass, though. And Lewis Hamilton complaining on the grip he has on his hard tire. So let's see how long he's driving on those for. Is there a way? Bro, you had to, for the next one for sure, I have to set it up because I don't have, you know what I'm saying? I don't have it set up the way y'all used to with Ness. So had I known it was gonna be more than me, I could have had it set up and had you hop on. But for sure, bro, we'll get that. We'll do that for the next one. Appreciate everybody rocking out. Max Verstappen into ninth, started 15th. So now Max on Lewis Hamilton's ass. Can he move up, overtake Lewis? Not can he. When will he at this point? Truth be told, Lewis ain't gonna stop him from passing him. And let's see, Leclerc into seventh. Obviously, he overtook Hamilton, but he has Ocon in front of him, and then teammate Carlos Sainz in front of that in fifth place. So keeping an eye on Charles, who did have that penalty started, in 12th. So Checo nearly gaining now has a 2-second gap on Fernando Alonso. It's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. The way that F1 breaks everything down for the fans and shit. It's not gonna be much of a fight, 7 through 9. It's really gonna be seventh and eighth. The fight's gonna be with Charles and Max. Max is gonna overtake Lewis, give him another half lap or so, another lap or so, and Checo with another fastest lap. Shout out to my boy. It's been a what a weekend to be a Mexican, let me tell you. So Aston Martin not too happy with the hard tire on they're not too happy with the hard tire, and they're letting Fernando know. He's on the medium right now, but obviously they're looking at everybody else. So if you look at the bottom of the field, Sargent in 16th driving on a hard tire, Magnussen in 17th on a hard tire, Piastri in 18th on a hard tire, Bottas in 19th on a hard tire, and Lando in last, he's on a hard tire. Um Piastri started in eighth. He dropped 10 positions. And then Lewis is on a hard tire as well. I believe he is the last driver on a hard tire. So said chill out. Ha. Yeah, I think they're gonna try to slow Max down, and they may have success here and there, but I think Max, I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm the new fan. I'm the casual guy, right? So we're gonna see. But the way I see Max driving, he drive. So now Max pressing up on Lewis. 12th lap of the race here. Straight away here. And Max overtakes him. No challenge from Hamilton there. Yuki Tsunoda up into 12th place. 11th place now as goes in the pit. And we now have Checo, Fernando, George Russell still the top three. Stroll holding on to that fourth place. Carlos Sainz in fifth. And now Max Verstappen is going to try to close that gap with Charles Leclerc to move up into um seventh or sixth. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Red Bull. The Red Bull does have reliability issues, and I think uh well, all we saw of that was in the qualifying on Max's behalf, but we'll see. I think they worked on it. He's looking sharp. I mean, he's moved up all these places already. What, 7 spots already? 6 spots already? So yeah, Leclerc driving like a demon. No, he's a motherfucker. Obviously, he had that penalty, so he's moved up several spots as well. Um, and right here we see Leclerc on Ocon, and he overpasses Ocon in the Alpine into sixth place. Ocon down into seventh, and Max Verstappen still holding on to eighth place. So we'll keep an eye out to see if Max can overtake Ocon in that Alpine here soon. Yeah, shout out to Sargent. Started in last. He's in 14th. Obviously, Alex Albon in 12th. Ken Williams get points today. Um, the American team in Haas not doing too good, but 15th and 17th currently. So Fernando's communicating with the team, letting Aston Martin know he's liking the tires and to keep going. Yeah, I think so too. I think that Max overtakes Ocon within a lap or so. If not on this lap. What's that gap? Um, yeah, less than half, or about half. Yeah, less than half a second now. So yeah, he'll definitely overtake him. I feel like Checo increasing that gap on Fernando. Uh let's see how long he can hold on to this lead for. 14 laps in so far. 50 laps in Saudi. And now Carlos Sainz moved up into fourth. As Stroll is now in the pit. Leclerc and Ferrari into fifth. Max Verstappen into sixth as he overtook Ocon. So what a start for Max. Stroll in the pit, coming out of pit lane. Not the quickest of pit stops, if I'm being quite truthful. Yeah, George Russell's been sitting pretty comfortable on in third place. I'm sorry. Uh, for majority of the race, I would say at least half the race. It's been several laps now for sure. And Albon trying to overtake Stroll as Stroll came out of pit. He's in 11th. Alex Albon in 12th place. So something to keep an eye out on. Yuki has the AlphaTauri currently 10th with points. Let's see, can he hold on to that? Can AlphaTauri get points today? We shall see. I'm really excited for the American Logan Sargent, truth be told. See what he can pull off and do this season. And obviously he's a rookie. His home race coming up in about what, a month and a half or so. So it's gonna be exciting to see how much love and support he gets. But 15 laps in, and Max trying to close up on Charles Leclerc, who is in fifth, Max in sixth, and Carlos Sainz in that other Ferrari in fourth. George Russell in the Mercedes, third place, and now Pierre Gasly in the Alpine, he pits. Both Alpines, top 10, majority of the race so far. And now Stroll moves up a spot, Albon moves up a spot, Nick DeVries moves up a spot, Logan Sargent moves up a spot, and Pierre Gasly coming out of the pit. And Pierre is down into 14th place, so let's see what he can do to make up some of that. Obviously, I think he's probably the third person to pit, third driver to pit. So no, I agree. The midfield's all interesting right now. We're talking Alpine, we're talking Williams, we're talking AlphaTauri. But McLaren off to a horrible start this year, especially for Lando currently in last place. Not what not what people want to see out of McLaren, and definitely not what people want to see out of the fan favorite in Lando Norris. So Carlos Sainz will box. He is currently in fourth. Obviously, will drop. Charles Leclerc and Max will all bump up. Um, maybe Alex. Maybe Ocon too. We shall see. Ocon and Hamilton move up a spot. It's a huge gap from like eighth. I mean ninth to, you know what I'm saying? Like from ninth. So Yuki came out. Okay, so Yuki's now ahead of Carlos Sainz as he comes out of the pit. Um, so you're pretty fast pit stop. Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin up in 10th. So Max still trying to take overtake Charles Leclerc, who they both started in the back half of the field. What the fuck happened? Oh my god. Stroh is out. What the fuck? I was like a minute behind. I saw the comment and I saw I was like a minute behind. Safety car is out. What the fuck? Lance Stroll will have a DNF. Not what Aston Martin wanted. Obviously, Stroll was as high as fourth before he hit the pit stop, and Fernando Alonso currently in second. George Russell still in third, but now Max Verstappen up in fourth, Lewis and Hamilton in fifth, and both Ferraris haven't pitted. They're in sixth and seventh. So honestly, not bad for the Ferraris, especially since they've already had the pit stops. And they're right there. Everybody else in front of them hasn't pitted yet, and now Checo is boxing now. Damn, they said looks like the brakes caught on fire. Y'all might have to watch that replay. Fernando Alonso boxing as well. Yeah, I mean early in the season, less 2.4-second pit stop for Checo. George Russell pits. Does Max stay out? And don't forget, Fernando had that 5-second penalty, so that's gonna hurt him. Yeah, so 2.6-second pit stop, 5-second penalty on top of that. Hamilton pits, he boxes as well. Verstappen does as well. So yeah, with the gap they had on the Ferraris, it was a perfect time for everybody to box and get new tires there. Let's see what everybody's driving on though. Signs into fifth as Hamilton's in the pit as well. Yellow flag out. Damn, I can't believe Stroll won't finish. Motherfucker, man. So Max on a hard tire. Sargent up into 11th. And he pits, so he's dropping. Alpine closes up the points, 9th and 10th. That'd be a phenomenal day for them if they can actually accomplish both drivers getting points today. That would be a great day for Alpine. And we see the Aston Martin still off to the side, man. That's fucked up for Stroll. Disappointing. But Checo Perez still leading the race. Fernando Alonso in second. George Russell still in third. Max Verstappen up to fourth. Current poll, 8 votes, says, who do you believe wins in Saudi 38% of the people believe it's Checo. Max matching that 38% vote, people feel it'll be someone else other than Checo, Max, or Fernando. Nobody believes Fernando wins, and 25% of the people says Max makes a comeback and wins. And my prediction was that he gets a podium at a minimum. And at this point, it's hard for me to doubt that because he's in fourth and we have 31 laps to go. So for Checo, this is quite interesting, right? He had a huge lead. Obviously, that gap has now gone away because of the yellow flag and Lance Stroll and his DNF. So can Checo hold on, or will Fernando overtake him again into turn one? Let's see. Or just period. I mean, he's lost that fucking gap, man. That's crazy. Yo, I wonder what that safety car goes for. Like, it's an Aston Martin, really nice vehicle. I wonder, like, if it was made for purchase, if it was made, how much would it sell for? Them not calling a virtual safety car shook the field up again. Be 1,000% honest. I didn't even know virtual safety car was a thing, but the field shook the fuck up. Best believe that. All right, safety car ending. Let's keep an eye out, see what comes of it. Oh man. Charles Leclerc not too happy there, sounding a bit upset on the radio. Kavi, you gotta tell me this before. All right, let's go. More of the story, never leave a gap. All right, green flag. Let's go. Let's see what Checo can do. So Checo holding on. And everybody on hards except Charles look no, Lewis Hamilton's on mediums. He's the only one on mediums. He started the race on hard tires, so let's see how he can do. He's into six, following that yellow flag. So obviously the field is pretty tight. Only a 7-second gap between the top 10. Where Checo before the yellow flag had a 20-second gap between him and Max. That has now closed down to 3.5 seconds. The Verstappen juggernaut. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know if he gets the victory today. I do think he gets the podium for sure, though. Now 2 second gap, and Lewis trying to overtake Carlos Sainz, but nothing there. And Hamilton now overtakes Carlos Sainz. And Lewis Hamilton into fifth place with the medium tires there for the Mercedes. Okay. Can he close that gap and overtake Max? Let's see. Max obviously trying to do his fair share as he's pressing the other Mercedes and George Russell trying to move up into third. Nice overtake there for Lewis. Oof. Couldn't succeed at first, but Hamilton got it. Hamilton got it. Shout out to him, man. Yo, shout out to Yuki too. He's up in points now into eighth. And he started in what 16th? So shout out to him, man. Trying to get some points for the AlphaTauri. Verstappen up 11 spots. Logan Sargent up 6 spots. The American driver up into 14th place, started in 20th. Oh man, there's gonna be some battle. Here we go. Hamilton trying to overtake Verstappen, and Verstappen trying to overtake Russell. Everybody trying to move up a spot, trying to get that podium. Lap 23, turn 12 coming up. Fernando Alonso seems very happy with the hard tire, even though Checo continues to increase that gap. 3.7 seconds currently between the leader Checo and Fernando Alonso in second. George Russell holding on to third, as he has for quite a bit of the race now. DRS is enabled. Can Max overtake George Russell? Don't seem that way. Nope. Woo! Can he? And he does. And Max Verstappen overtakes George Russell in that Mercedes into third place. And now Checo with another fastest lap of the race as he increases the gap more than 4.2 seconds. Yo, Max a motherfucker. George Russell into fourth, Lewis Hamilton, the teammate, in fifth, both Ferraris into sixth and seventh. So if you look at the field, most teammates are within a few positions of each other, except AlphaTauri and who else? That's about it, really. Everybody else is pretty on par with each other. Yo, this is crazy. Max has moved up 12 fucking spots already. Can Mercedes get a podium today? George in fourth, Lewis in fifth. Both have obviously George started in third, so can they get a podium? It's had a pretty good day so far, especially if you look at how they did First race of the year. Nearing the halfway mark, though, 24 laps in. And now Max looking to overtake Fernando for a second. And let's see if he's able to overtake him with DRS and Checo with another fastest lap. The Mexican Minister Power Defense and Max into second. So 1-2 for Red Bull right now. But Checo has nearly a 6-second gap on Max. So let's see what Red Bull does. Oof. Still a lot of racing. I do agree that Fernando would have to make a mistake or have some car issues, but man, Mercedes looking good and we got another 25 laps to go. So let's see what can happen. 5.6-second gap between Max and his teammate Checo. So let's see. Let's see what happens. This is gonna be interesting, man. And Max a faster sector 1 and 2 than Checo. Is he's trying to close that gap, I'm assuming. And at this rate, yep, Max gets the fastest lap. I knew it. Fastest sector 3 than Checo as well. So Checo with numerous fastest laps of the race, but Max takes that one, and it's a 5.4 gap, 5.4-second gap now. So let's see. Yeah, so the commentators on F1 TV saying the same thing you were as far as the virtual safety car and how that took away that comfortable gap for Checo and obviously has now put him only 5 seconds ahead of his teammate, where it was a 20-second gap before and like 7 seconds between him and Fernando. See what happens though. 24 laps to go. To everybody tuned in, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you are subscribed. I appreciate each and every one of you for rocking out, tuning in with me. Huh. I'm just looking at the field, seeing who is. Mm, my bad, yo. I'm fucking thrown off. I'm just tuned in watching this race, and I'm just watching everybody. Albon in 15th right now in the Williams, and he's pressing. Oh shit! He just got overtook by DeVries. Nick DeVries overtook his ass. Lando now up into 16th, and something's up with Alex Albon because he's dropped all the way to 19th. So he must have some sort of car issue, no doubt about it. Oh, looks like it's a brake issue. Okay, he got a brake issue, so keep an eye out on that. Huh. She said, "Setup. Why pass the pits if your brakes are messed up on a street circuit?" I don't fucking know, but setup for who? Ain't nobody like he wasn't even near the points. He was in fucking 15th. Set up for who? Let me know, cause you know I'm the new guy. And now Checo with the oh, not the fastest. No, I thought it was the fastest sector one. Max with another fastest lap of the race. Now that gap is 5.2 seconds. Oh shit. So is Mercedes gonna order George to give up that fourth position? Lewis is on medium tires and seems to be quicker on the medium tires, so we'll see. We'll see what Mercedes tries to do. And oof, thought Checo just had another fastest lap, but Max seems to have got that. Hmm. So now Albon in the pit, and let's see what happens. But he's in 19th, and yeah, it looks like that car is screwed. Mm. And Albon is out the race. And Max closing that gap, less than 5 second gap on his teammate Checo Perez. Who, well, about 5 seconds. So George thought that Fernando hadn't served his penalty, but he didn't realize that he served it during the stop. He's like, "Oh fuck." That's funny. And obviously he's trying to hold on to that fourth place. He thought he still had that 5 second penalty. Shit. And let's see, can the American, he's fighting for points. He's in 13th. Logan Sargent, that is. Nico Hulkenberg in 12th in that Haas. So keep an eye out on that. And Max with another fastest lap of the race. Yeah, George definitely off. That's why he mentioned that shit. He's trying to hold on to that position he got. I'm with you, no doubt about it. Man, I really want to know. And another fastest lap. Yo, Checo had it for like a tenth of a second, if that. And then Max right behind him with another fastest lap. Motherfucker, yo, he a bad boy, let me tell you. Bad boy. Yo, would Max do that? Right now they're saying that they might, or they're suggesting that maybe Red Bull order Max to hold off Alonso, but is Red Bull gonna tell their back-to-back defending champion, nah, let your teammate Checo win? It is a 5-second gap, but he's been chipping away, fastest lap after fastest lap. So we'll see. 18 laps to go. And now it looks like that gap is under 5 seconds for Max Verstappen on Checo. But Checo's still putting up, even though Max keeps getting fastest laps. Checo's right behind him. It was a tenth of a second, like I said on the last one. So mm. And Logan Sargent on Nico ass. He on that ass. He trying to move up, get him some points. Can he overtake both Haas into some points? We shall see. Let's keep an eye on that. I mentioned it earlier. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you are subscribed. Midfield Mindset is doing every single Grand Prix this year, live watch along. And like I mentioned earlier, once we're in studio, our studio here in Vegas, we'll be doing the qualifying as well. So 17 to go now. And now Checo with the fastest sector one of the race. And looks like Charles not too happy with the Ferrari team as he's in seventh behind his teammate Carlos Sainz. And Checo with the fastest sector one, but Max with the fastest sector two on this lap. And I do apologize, but I am trying to keep up with my bracket. March Madness, baby. Ooh, and Checo with the fastest sector three. And I think this might be the fastest lap for Checo. So 4.8 second gap on Max Verstappen over teammate. Well, his teammate got the lead, I should say. What the fuck? Oh man. What a race. Yuki and Kevin Magnussen battling it out for 10th, and obviously that's for a point. So that's very important for both Haas and AlphaTauri. And now Max down to 4.4 second gap. I want to know what the hell Red Bull gonna do. We're down to 14 laps to go. What is Red Bull gonna do? So Williams telling the American driver Logan Sargent to stay close, but he's doing everything he can, still holding on to 13th, trying to move up into 12th. Nico Hulkenberg in 12th. And Bottas in the pit. And Bottas now on soft tires. 13 laps to go, and still a 4.5 second gap for the race leader Checo Perez over teammate defending champion Max Verstappen. And Fernando nowhere near Max. I think it's a 13 second gap for second. I say that to say the battles for third, really. Can Mercedes get a podium? We shall see. 13, damn near 12 laps to go. The battles for third and the battles for first. Which Red Bull will win the race and which team will be on the podium in third? Will it be Aston Martin or will it be Mercedes? .7 seconds now. 4.8, 4.9 seconds now. Gap between Checo and Max. So something to keep an eye out on for sure. So looks like Max is having issues, he says, with the drive shaft. Oh man. Huh. So something to keep an eye out on as we only have 12 laps to go. We only have 12 laps to go. Is Max having issues in the Red Bull? We something to keep an eye out on. Like I said, he has a huge gap on Fernando Alonso. So can he hold on to it? About 13 seconds right now. Oh shit. Joe Guan Yu just overtook Logan Sargent in the Alfa Romeo. So he's now into 13th. The American down to 14th. So now so Max isn't happy. He feels that there's something wrong. He isn't happy, letting the team know. Mm. Now Checo with the fastest lap in the race. Okay. Is the Mexican gonna hold off and win the race, man? Fuck, 11 laps to go. It seems that way. It does seem that way. I mean, Fernando holding on to third pretty comfortably. Max holding on to second extremely comfortably. And then Checo, honestly, he's pretty comfortable. 4.5 second gap on his teammate. So today might be the day for Checo to win once again in Saudi. And Checo was the second favorite to win this race, only behind Max Verstappen before qualifying. After qualifying, he was the favorite to win it at a minus 105. Huh. So 10 laps to go. Nonetheless, Red Bull leading the pack 1 and 2 thus far. Obviously, impressive day for Verstappen, having moved up 13 spots from where he started. Let's see what Checo has to say. So it looks like he might be having some issues with his brake pedal. 10 laps to go. Uh-oh. So Kevin Magnussen trying to fight his way into the points, into 10th, but Yuki holding off tough in that AlphaTauri. Oh, Gunther. Obviously, Gunther would be a very happy man if they were to get points today. Both his drivers right there on the verge of points in 11th and 12th. 9 laps to go. See what Checo saying. So it looks like Red Bull seems to be happy and says no issue with the break. A 4.3-second gap for the leader, Checo. Damn, I was hoping the American Logan Sargent could get into the points today. Good race though. Yo, Checo was a 5-1 underdog before the qualifying. Considered throwing money on him, but I'm like, no, I'll wait till after the qualifying. Well, I actually considered throwing money on Max. I was gonna throw money on Checo for a podium, but man, 8 laps to go. Damn, Nick DeVries overtakes the American Logan Sargent, and he's into 14th. And now Lando looking to do the same. Can he do it? And Sargent doing a good job fighting Norris off for the time being. But both McLarens on that ass, 16th and 17th. Obviously, rough start to the year for McLaren. Mm. Ooh, Checo getting spicy on that radio. Like, yo, if Max driving this, if he driving 32.6, why you telling me to drive 33? He say I'm racing. Fuck wrong with you? Checo want that win. He ain't here to play. And he made that clear before. 6 laps to go. 7 laps to go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I heard him. Yo, the greediest. What's your actual name, bro? Bo and Checo with the 132.3 and 0.3 of a second quicker on that lap than Max. He ran a 32.3 as well, 32.34 versus a 32.30. No, got to be disappointed for Mercedes to not get any points today. Keys, what up, Keys? So Checo obviously with that 32.3 asking the team like, am I good at push? They told him, yeah, go ahead, push. Six laps to go. Oh man, 4.5 gap. Just drove a 32.2. Okay. Alonso with a 33-2, so not 33-1 now. But Russell not any quicker. So yeah. Looks like it's gonna be a Red Bull Aston Martin once again. Uh Podium, man. This time Checo seems to gonna be the one to win the race. What a weekend to be a Mexican. Boy showing out in the World Baseball Classic, Checo doing his thing. The Mexican the Mexican face of soccer, Club America won against their arch rival Chivas last night. So 5 laps to go, and Checo pushing. Yeah, and looks like as long as nobody has any any car issues, any technical issues, then it's gonna be a rather easy day for these guys. 4.5. That yeah, we coming up on 4 laps to go. Red Bull first and second. Aston Martin wraps up the podium. Just enjoying these last few laps at this point. See what the midfield can do. See if any of these guys can get into points. Sargent back into 15th, holding off those McLarens. 5.2 second gap for Checo now. Oh shit! And Kevin Magnussen overtakes Yuki, and he's in the 10th. So the American team in Haas looks to get into the points today. Can Kevin hold off these last few laps? Mm, that's tough for AlphaTauri. Sonoda is not happy and voices that on the radio. Voices that displeasure. And now a 6 second gap for Max Verstappen on his teammate who's been in the lead for the majority of the race. Started the race in from pole position, lost it by turn one, but truth be told, Checo's been in the lead for like the last 40 plus laps. So yeah, I'm bro. Checo's my favorite driver, so I'm super happy for him. I just didn't know how this was gonna play out. Damn, Keys thinks that Checo's gonna end up in Mercedes with Lewis. Oh wait, I don't know. I think they love George Russell over there. They love George over there. I don't know about that. Damn. So it looks like Lewis might be penalized 5 seconds. Let's see. Let's see what comes of that. Yeah, I could see that. I could see a lot of fighting between Lewis and George. Obviously, George trying to make a name for himself, and he's trying to win as well. 6.5 second gap now for Checo. So he's just extending that time, extending that lead, becoming more and more comfortable. And now Piastri overtaking his teammate Norris. So he's back. Up into 16th, Norris into 17th. 2 laps to go. Let's go, man. Fucking Checo's gonna get this win. Let's go, baby. Second race of the year. Let's go. Let's go, Checo. Now switch to the Checo driver cam because I just wanted to see him cross the finish line. Never really go to the driver cams unless it's like a tight battle or something, but just wanted to see him cross this finish line, man. So happy for him. Let's go. Last lap of the race. Let's go, Checo. 5.7 gap. So it's going to be Checo, Max, and Fernando Alonso rounding out the podium. And now Checo heads into sector 3 of this final lap. And Sergio Perez is the 2023 Saudi Arabia. Come on, Checo. 2023 Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Come on, Checo. Push, baby. Yes, sir. But yeah, shout out to Checo, Grand Prix winner in Saudi. Closing out this final lap. Max will be into second. Let's go. Let's go. Max gets the fastest lap. Okay. 2 podiums in 9 years for Fernando Alonso, and now back-to-back, races for him, so must be a special moment for the OG, if you will. And now everybody else finishes out. Checo, Max, Fernando, Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Kevin Magnussen round out the top 10. That rounds out the points. Yuki Tsunoda obviously got overtook like with 3 laps to go. He misses a points in 11th. Nico Hulkenberg in 13th. Joe in 13th. Nick DeVries in 14th. Nick Piastri in 15th. The American Logan Sargent in 16th. Holding off Lando Norris by a tenth and a half of a second, who was in 17th, and Bottas in 18th. And obviously, Albon and Lance Stroll did not finish. Let's go. I appreciate everybody tuned in. Very happy for Checo. Wicked job, he says. Appreciate everybody tuned in. Make sure to follow me on social media, Midfield Mindset. I am Ringwalk Danny on my personal Twitter and Instagram. So go ahead, give me a follow and catch us on the next one. Australia's the next one. So we'll see you guys from the race in Melbourne or Sydney. Is it Sydney? Thought it was Melbourne. So Australia though. But yeah, Ringwalk Danny, Midfield Mindset. Catch me on the next one. Appreciate everybody tuned in. Peace.